Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another video. I hope everyone is doing incredibly well. So, I'm going to share a reading around this energy I've been picking up on, which is your masculine feeling a sense of true love when they met you, and that feeling has not gone away. And in terms of like any of your masculines who are ending off karmic relationships, the biggest epiphany that they've had is that like what true love feels like. I think when they are with their divine feminines or when they think of their divine feminines, they feel, that authentic true love, just being in love, being in a good mood, just feeling so full of love in your heart, being with someone who feels like a dream. The relationship that they have with the karmics, on the other hand, it's like they're starting to awaken to the contract aspect of it, where it kind of feels like like the karmic partner may be, a good person, and what I'm getting is like a good friend, but that's where it kind of stops. The romantic feelings and the passion, that's for the divine feminine, and I think many masculines are trying to navigate through their relationships now with this deep found epiphany that they've had, and they're kind of ending off the contract aspect of it. Like what I'm envisioning or what I'm seeing is two people who may be in a relationship together, and like I see the number 4 and I think of 4 walls. So if you guys see like 444 or just the number 4 keeps following you around everywhere, it might just be a confirmation for you that it's time to like break the routine or break the habit, because that's just what it feels like. Because many of you may just have had like a simple conversation with your masculines, never really a full-blown relationship with them, and that's been enough to make their heart and soul just kind of recognize what that feels like, and that excitement has never gone away. It's almost like they know what it's like now, and maybe the connection between you two might have caused a lot of chaos, a lot of tower moments, a lot of changes in your own relationships. And I feel like the masculines are really just trying to pick up the pieces. So let's go ahead and get some direct messages from divine masculine to divine feminine, and we'll find out a little bit about just like what they want you to know right now that's going on in their lives, divine feminine. Okay, what do the divine masculines want to say? Okay, so my partner knows about us. They blocked you. So some of you might be blocked on social media, but it's because the karmic has blocked you, or the karmic might be the one to say, like, I don't want you talking to this person, or I don't want you to see this person. And I think that experience, like, it kind of triggers people, or it helps people to awaken to maybe patterns that they've held for a really long time, where they just feel scolded by other people or feel very controlled. And what it's doing is helping the masculines to find their voice. Many of them might feel very controlled, or there's a lot of manipulation. And before meeting the divine feminine, I feel like many of your masculines just really went along with being in a relationship with a very manipulative and controlling energy. And it's not in like a bad way, it's merely just to awaken the soul to the lesson. It's like, are you going to rise to the occasion and speak your truth, or allow yourself to feel like somebody else has their grip on navigating your life experience here? And I think like that this has been one of the major triggers, because they didn't want to block you. It's like this person has blocked you, and now they're involved in a situation where it like the relationship has fizzled out, the passion part. Because I think when the karmic partner ends up doing things like this, the relationship dynamic changes from like any love or passion to like, it feels like all of a sudden you're stuck with like a parent like energy, right? Like trying to control your moves because they know they can, or just really triggering your masculines. I want to say inner youth. I'm not going to say inner child, because I feel like this is triggering a divine masculine who might have like been a very rebellious teenager, because they might have experienced similar energies in terms of being controlled. But the karmic partners definitely know about you guys. They know about the connection, and it's inevitable. those of you who are on this journey, I have so much compassion for you, because it's like, not no one asked for this, you know, including myself. A lot of the times when I feel very judged sometimes by certain comments, or if I open up and I share my personal experience, it's been easier to kind of dust it off my back, because I'm like, you know what? Nobody knows what it is we're really going through. It's like, you don't ask for this. Your twin flame just kind of pops up into your life and really shifts things. They put you on a path to ascension, to recognizing that you're on a soul journey, doing the best that you could do for yourself, balancing karma, doing the right thing, you know, speaking up for yourself, you know, navigating again yourself and your place in this world from a place of authenticity, and however that authenticity shows up, it's meant to be embodied fully. And the karmic partners are really just there to let you know that, are you going to honor your boundaries, or aren't you? So I think, you know, many masculines are in this place of recognizing that. Another message about the karmic partner. My partner tries to be like you. I sense it. So a lot of you will ask me, like, in the comments, or at least a few that I've come across when I talk about telepathy or feeling your counterpart, their energy, and like, how do I know it's telepathy? How do I know this conversation is real? It's because, you know, both of you sense each other. I think too, like, a lot of the times the karmic partners as well, you know, they sense the connection. Everything is energy. So your person, right? The karmic partner knows when their energy shifts, like when they're thinking of you, divine feminine, or maybe you two have communicated in secret, like whatever the case is. I'm not judging anybody. I know what it's like, guys. Your person will then go off and all of a sudden be in an outrageously good mood. And the karmic partners know that it has something to do with you. And the reason they won't bring it up, or the reason they won't say anything, is because they want to avoid that conflict, because they don't want to, like, maybe lose the foundation. There, I'm getting the number 4 again, which is, what I'm seeing is like the 4 is like stability for the karmic, but then the 4 walls, your masculine is being called to break down those 4 walls and build anew, because it's starting to feel like a routine. It's starting to feel like a contract. Okay, and so it might be trickling down to other areas of their lives as well, where they're feeling really passionless at work. It's really hard for them to dream again, is what I'm hearing. Like, I feel like a lot of your masculines, like, they have a lot of crazy ambitions, like very creative ambitions, and that's that feminine energy within them wanting to rise, in that kundalini. That's creative force. That's creative energy. It's the part of you that starts like making money out of like thin air, just based on like your feelings, your thoughts, your mind. Like, those of you who are readers in the community as well, I see many of you having success with your gifts, and till today it really baffles you guys how the universe supports you as long as you stay true to your mission. So I feel like, you know, many of your masculines have the ability to make this happen, in terms of exiting these situations, but it's got to be their journey, guys. Like, it's got to be their lesson to stand up to this person and to really honor their truth. But it's happening. Like, for those of you again who are seeing the number 4 and like you feel good about your masculine at this time, it's because they're breaking down those routines. They're breaking down those walls. It's like, I feel them feeling really trapped within those routines and with the karmic partner, and they're starting to have like spiritual epiphanies, deep spiritual epiphanies right now, that may even hurt or trigger them or make them very emotional. And many of them, I'm hearing, know what they need to do, which is like, I have to escape these cycles. I have to, like, I recognize a pattern of the way I was as like a child or like a teenager, and the people I had around me and the way they influenced me, and now all of a sudden I'm attracting the same kind of people in romantic relationships. Here comes the divine feminine, who awakens you to what a romantic relationship is really ideally supposed to feel like. So now it's this energy of like, I can't turn back. Like, I've seen too much, you know, like I've been shown way too much about the connection, way too much about the karmic partner's purpose to go move backwards at this time. Okay, so I'm seeing like maybe like the Knight of Wands, because they're awakening, because they're having these realizations. Let's go ahead and shuffle the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Because they're having these realizations, I feel like many of them want to spring into action, because a lot of them are looking at the Divine Feminine as an ally at this time. They feel very close to you. They are certainly experiencing a lot of disruptions at this time with the Five of Swords. It's because they're heavy in thought. I feel like many of them know where they belong. Many of them know who makes them feel strong inside, confident inside. Right now, the Divine Feminine's presence, it is causing quite a stir in the masculine's life, and maybe they might have been very bitter about it in the past, and it took them time to realize that, like, you were only really trying to help them grow stronger from the situations that they were already in. I'm seeing too, like, a lot of people feel like twin flames are the cause of, like, these breakups and, like, families falling apart, and it's like, what many people don't realize is that, you know, things were already falling apart. Like, things weren't ever properly placed to begin with. There were definitely red flags that both twins had who are in karmic relationships right now, even before they got or delved deeper into those relationships, marrying, having kids. Like, there were a lot of issues from the start. So a lot of the times when twin flames connect, it's like the last straw that broke the camel's back. It's like many people may kind of judge this whole twin flame journey and you know, label people as having affairs or being homewreckers, but I feel like what ends up happening is twin flames come together, and then people start realizing their own strength to get out of situations from, like, you know, probably people who have tried to have a lot of control. It's like twin flames meet, and then they start feeling this love, because along with the love, I told you guys that I felt like the knights were wanting to come up. We have the Knight of Wands here, and I feel like, you know, twins trigger each other to just really just be the best versions of themselves possible. And by being the best version of yourself possible, you start getting really serious about who you align yourself with, who you spend time with, who you want to invest energy and love and time with. And a lot of you, your circles have become really, really small. If it might just be you, like, you just might be a dot by yourself, and it feels really good. And I think for a lot of you who are in your solitude, and it's like you have this beautiful, amazing feeling of, like, being on your own without needing anything else outside of you. It might just be like you yourself and, like, your connection with source. It feels like you hit the jackpot, you know? And that's a very attractive energy. I feel like many of your masculines are wanting to come through and be this passionate. And when I see him carrying her on the horse like this, I feel like they want to whisper a lot of sweet nothings into your ear. And when I say sweet nothings, I hear the word honesty. Like, they want to be honest with you, because they will feel no judgment from you. And even though there might be things that are difficult to say, I think that they know that the Divine Feminine would feel happy knowing the truth rather than hearing, like, excuses. It's like, as painful as the truth may be, they'll want to tell you, you know. It's definitely a masculine that's wanting to rush in because they're feeling very impulsive, is what I get with the Knight of Wands. They're feeling very impulsive right now, probably because they, like, the karmic issues. It's like, like, the problem with the Divine Feminine, it's like this big right now for the Divine Masculines. They're realizing so much more about this karmic situation. It's like the Divine Feminine is like the least of their arguments right now, and many of them are just kind of just clearing their energy right now is what I want to say. Okay, let's get a message for the Divine Feminine. What do they want you to know that's in their heart right now, towards you, specifically, Divine Feminine? What's in their heart for the Divine Feminine? Just one card. Okay. Oh, okay. I'll just keep them because they fell out, and I just feel guided to keep them. So I have the King of Swords, and I think this is a strong message that it speaks about the distance between the two, especially the way he has his feet out there in this card. And this card might be offensive to some, but there's a stronger message here. I feel like it's a Divine Masculine right now that, although they're impulsive towards the feminine, before coming towards you, see how that woman's staring in the back? This is the King of Swords card in the Tarot of Sexual Magic. You guys can Google it if you want to take a closer look. Just because of YouTube guidelines, I don't want to flash the card too much at the screen. But if you want to pause the video and take a closer look at the card, you definitely can. It's the King of Swords in the Tarot of Sexual Magic. I feel like the way he's pushing the Divine Feminine away, like her nakedness tells me that, like, this is who he's vulnerable towards. This is who can show up vulnerable towards him, and that's what he wants, is vulnerability. But I feel like he's letting you know, especially if you guys may not be in communication, that it's like he's got to take care of things right now, and it may just be that person that's staring in from the background. And he has to be in this kind of King of Swords cold-hearted energy to do it, right? And that's why the card seems so crude or so just, thought-provoking. Like, why would he do that? Why would he push her away in such a rude manner? I feel like it's someone who is just very cold right now, and they have to be that way in order to deal with this karmic lesson, okay? It's not really that the karmic is bad. Like, all souls are here for a purpose. It's just they have to kind of stand up to this soul, so to speak, that's presenting a very important lesson to them at this time, okay? And we also have the Six of Swords here that's coming through. I feel like, and take a closer look at this one as well, guys, because her chain is broken around her neck. They're both naked. He's kind of hovering over her, and, it makes me think of that song by Lights. I just want to run to you and break off the chains and throw them away. I just want to be so much and shake off the dust that's turned me to rust. Sooner than later, I'll need a savior. So this is a divine masculine that it's like they want to run to you and they want to break off the chains, okay? They want to, like, destroy all of the obstacles that are in the way of you two really connecting, like, at this time, romantically. No more blocks, no more control is what I'm hearing, because, like, both of you, if you're in a karmic situation, take it how it resonates. Like, you might be listening to this reading and it might be like, oh my god, like, no, this is all me and my divine masculine situation, except it sounds like I'm the masculine. Like, take it how the energy resonates and fits. But, like, what I'm seeing is that it could be either of you feeling like you're just not yourself. Like, you've turned to rust after the passion fizzled out with the karmic partner, and now it feels like just wanting to break away and run to your counterpart, and it's like you'll deal with everything else after. So this might be those of you who are getting like a strong urge to communicate. Like, you might want to reach out, or you might feel your masculines wanting to reach out. Many of you might be getting random text messages that have like very coded messages in there, and it's like right off the bat the energy tells you it's your counterpart trying to reach out and, like, just maybe like an innocent way. They might very well know that you're gonna know it's them, but they don't care. They just need to reach out and maybe test the waters a bit, because they just want to run to you. Like, they just want to exit the situation that they've been in for so long, that have felt like there's been chains on them. They haven't been able to be themselves. And when they met you, it was like a breath of fresh air. It's like they felt like a child again. Like, I'm seeing a divine masculine and a divine feminine talking on the phone for like an hour, and it's like your cheeks hurt because you two are just kind of texting each other, and it just feels so good. It feels so lighthearted and like a crush. Okay, we have another king that's coming up, and it's our King of Cups, our King of Chalices. And this is definitely somebody that's wanting to come in with like a very grounded love offer, and that's why I was saying I was sensing the word honesty, because I feel like that's your King of Cups, especially when I feel like it's like, especially after they have been in a situation where it hasn't been love. Maybe this is a divine masculine who, like, at their core, they like romantic love. They like passionate love. They've been in a karmic situation, or maybe like a karmic partnership, where it felt very much like business partners, and not like that over the moon World Series kind of stuff. But with the feminine, it's like it's always there, and it always feels like that. And I think that the more they age, and that's just what I'm getting with this King of Cups in this card, the more they age, maybe like the more they mature, I feel like it's becoming more clear that they want to just go for it when it comes to changing like their life course and pursuing the divine feminine, as unorthodox and as outrageous as it might seem to the outside world, they're getting clear guidance that it's like, you know, as like a twin flame or as a divine masculine or as a divine feminine, you're not supposed to do what the outside world is expecting. Like, that's the point of being a whole twin, like being a twin flame. I was going to say being a whole twin flame. I think that sounds kind of cool that that came out that way. But I feel like for many of you, it's like, yeah, of course your relationship with your twin is absurd and it's unorthodox and it doesn't make sense. And it's because you guys aren't supposed to be making, you know, like the choices in this connection that society wants you to make. You're not supposed to feel the pressure of society. We're supposed to change the course of things. And the reason we're ascending is because we're here to help the planet evolve. That's why many of you are starting to like really not, you know, give a shit about just rules and other people's expectations of you, and many of you are starting to draw really healthy boundaries, and that's ascending. Like, it's like that's the way we should be in relationships, so that way we're allowed to change our minds. We're allowed to say that it's like, hey, this isn't for me anymore and I want to change the course of my life. Like this is almost like a revolution of people not feeling stuck anymore and really going after relationships that make you feel happy and healthy, so that you can be the best versions of yourselves, you know, raise happy, healthy kids. You know, you're not meant to feel burdened in relationships, and that's for a lot of us in our karmic situations. You know, we meet our twin and then all of a sudden our connection goes on pause for us to really deal with our own karmic relationships and you know, really be truthful and have the courage to say that, wow, this is really not what I thought I wanted. And also have the courage to follow through. Okay. My son said today, while he was playing with a little girl at this like indoor play park thing, and she was 6 and my son is going to be turning 5. So he's climbing up to the top and going down the slide. So the little girl says to him, oh my gosh, like I'm scared to go all the way up to the top. How come you're not scared and you're only 4? Because he told her he was 4 turning 5. And so he goes, well, that's because I've been to this park before. He goes, just try it, you know, do your best. And so after maybe like half an hour of playing, she ended up going up with him. She asked him, like, can we go together? So they climbed up each of like, you know, the little crawl spaces, and they got to the top. And so she wanted him to go first, so he slid down the slide. And so he said to her from the top, I'm waiting for you. And so she slid down, and he said to her, he goes, oh my God, you did it. And she goes, yeah, I did it, but I was still scared. And you guys know what my son said to her? My son goes, that's called being courageous. When you do something and you're scared, but you do it anyway, that's called being courageous. So maybe that's a message for some of you out there. You know, you might be really scared to make a change when it comes to the situation or dynamic you're in now, and you might be feeling very inspired to, you might be feeling very called to, but gosh, these cycles seem to be unending because, you know, there's that one area that you're maybe avoiding. Pinpoint that area, and you know, sometimes, yeah, we have to do certain things in life, and it's going to be scary, and you're going to be scared shitless doing it. It's like me moving out on my own, right? It's like I knew it was going to be scary, but I had to be courageous and do it anyway, so that my journey can now shift and take a different path. I couldn't just keep doing one thing over and over again and expecting something to change, or, you know, I had to do something drastic. So yeah, I hope by sharing that it maybe resonates with some of you. Okay. I just want to end off by saying that I love you guys. And just for those of you who like comment in the videos, and like I sense this very like energy of you guys being like very protective of me and just very appreciative of the videos. And I just want to thank you guys so much, because it means so much to me. Thank you for being so supportive, and thank you for being so kind to me, and thank you for standing up for me, because I see you guys and I love you and I really, really appreciate it. Okay. So you guys take care. If you want to connect with me one-on-one, check me out on Patreon. Okay. Because not only do we talk one-on-one if you'd like to, but you get access to like so many more videos, behind the scenes stuff. And yeah, a great community of people as well in the comment section. All right. So I love you guys. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.